Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're setting our coordinates for ancient Egypt, a civilization so profoundly influential it echoes through the millennia. Join us, ancient explorers, as we head back 5,000 years through history to discover fascinating facts about ancient Egypt. We'll be uncovering the mysteries of the pyramids, deciphering hieroglyphics, and meeting the gods and goddesses that captivated the Egyptian imagination. Discover facts about ancient Egypt below, or skip to our facts about modern-day Egypt. Get ready to unlock the secrets of this ancient world, and who knows, maybe you'll even be inspired to visit modern-day Egypt. We begin our journey with perhaps the most iconic symbols of ancient Egypt, the pyramids. These architectural marvels weren't just about grandeur, they were about eternity. Most ancient Egyptian pyramids were built to be tombs for pharaohs and their families. Inside you'd find intricate mazes, hidden passages and chambers filled with treasures, all designed to help the pharaoh navigate the afterlife. Over 130 pyramids have been discovered in Egypt, each with its own story to tell. Their placement and alignment were carefully calculated, often reflecting astronomical phenomena. For example, the three main pyramids at Giza are aligned with the stars in Orion's belt, reflecting the Egyptians' fascination with the cosmos. Speaking of the afterlife, the ancient Egyptians were obsessed with it. They believed that death wasn't the end, but rather a transition to another realm, and that's where mummification comes in. Mummification wasn't just about preserving a body, it was about preserving a soul, or ka, as the Egyptians called it. They believed that for the ka to reunite with the body and achieve immortality, the body needed to be recognizable. This wasn't some haphazard process, mind you. It was a complex ritualistic undertaking that took weeks, even months to complete. First, they would remove the internal organs, which were then preserved separately and stored in special jars called canopic jars. Next, they would dehydrate the body using a special salt called natron. Once the body was dried out, they would stuff it with linens, herbs and spices to give it back its shape. Finally, they would wrap the body in layers upon layers of linen bandages, often adorned with amulets and prayers for protection. Among the many pyramids scattered across Egypt, one stands as a testament to the ambition and architectural prowess of the ancient Egyptians, the Great Pyramid of Giza, also known as the Pyramid of Khufu. This colossal structure is the oldest and largest of the three pyramids at Giza, and it's the only remaining wonder of the ancient world. Completed around 2560 BC, the Pyramid of Khufu was built from over 2 million blocks of limestone and granite, some weighing as much as 80 tons each. The pyramid itself is massive, covering an area of over 13 acres and standing at a height of 481 feet. Its internal chambers and passages are precisely aligned with the cardinal directions. The Great Pyramid of Giza is a reminder of the incredible things humans are capable of achieving when we set our minds to it. It's a monument to human ambition, ingenuity, and the enduring power of belief. Let's move on from the colossal structures and delve into the more personal aspects of ancient Egyptian life, like their fashion sense. In ancient Egypt, looking your best meant embracing the power of makeup. Both men and women in ancient Egypt were known to wear makeup. The most iconic makeup item was kohl, a dark, powdery substance used to line the eyes. It was typically made from galena, a lead-based mineral, or malachite, a green copper carbonate mineral. Kohl helped to protect their eyes from the harsh glare of the sun and reduce the risk of eye infections. The Egyptians believed that the dramatic eye makeup enhanced their beauty and warded off evil spirits. It was a way of channeling the power of the gods, particularly Horus, the falcon-headed god associated with protection and healing. We've talked about mummification, the intricate process of preserving the body for the afterlife. But have you ever wondered just how much linen went into wrapping a mummy? Unwrapped, the bandages of an ancient Egyptian mummy could stretch for an astonishing 1.6 kilometers. The amount of linen used in mummification was staggering, reflecting the importance the Egyptians placed on preserving the body. The linen used in mummification was often of the highest quality, woven from fine flax fibers. The bandages were carefully applied, layer upon layer, often inscribed with prayers and spells to protect the deceased on their journey to the underworld. Picture this. You stumble upon an ancient Egyptian tomb, its walls adorned with intricate symbols and figures. Are you looking at a secret code, a work of art, or maybe even a message from beyond the grave? Well, my friends, you're looking at hieroglyphics, the written language of ancient Egypt. Unlike our alphabet, which has a limited number of letters representing sounds, hieroglyphs were a bit more complex. They were a combination of logographic, syllabic, and alphabetic elements, meaning they could represent words, sounds, or even just ideas. The Egyptian alphabet contained more than 700 hieroglyphs. For centuries, the meaning of hieroglyphics remained a mystery, lost to the sands of time. But in 1799, a discovery was made that would change everything: the Rosetta Stone. This stone slab, inscribed with the same text in 3 different scripts, hieroglyphics, Demotic script, and ancient Greek, provided the key to unlocking the secrets of this ancient language. The ancient Egyptians weren't exactly monotheistic. They had a whole pantheon of gods and goddesses, each with their own unique personality, powers, and quirks. Ancient Egyptians believed in more than 2,000 deities. They had gods for everything, from the sun and the moon to the Nile River and the crops that grew along its banks. There were gods of love, war, wisdom, death, and even gods of embalming and mummification. At the head of the pantheon was Ra, the sun god, who sailed across the sky each day in his solar bark. Then there was Osiris, the god of the underworld, who judged the souls of the dead. And let's not forget about Isis, the goddess of magic and motherhood, who resurrected her husband Osiris and gave birth to Horus, the falcon-headed god of protection. These are just a few of the many fascinating deities that populated the Egyptian cosmos. If you're a cat lover, you might want to book a one-way ticket to ancient Egypt. Because in ancient Egypt, cats weren't just pets, they were revered as sacred animals. Cats were associated with Bastet, the goddess of protection, fertility, and cats. Bastet was often depicted with the head of a cat and the body of a woman. Egyptian cats were often adorned with jeweled collars, fed delicacies like fish and milk, and even mummified and buried with their owners when they died. Harming a cat in ancient Egypt was a serious offense, punishable by law. The Egyptians' love for cats is evident in their art, literature, and even their religious practices. You might think that life in ancient Egypt was all about building pyramids, worshipping gods, and preparing for the afterlife. But the ancient Egyptians also knew how to have a good time. They enjoyed music, dance, storytelling, and even board games. One popular game was Senet, which was played for over 2,000 years. Senet was seen as a metaphor for the journey of the soul through the afterlife, with each move representing a step closer to eternal life. The game itself was played on a long, narrow board with 30 squares arranged in 3 rows. Players would throw sticks or knuckle bones to determine their moves, and the first player to get all their pieces off the board was declared the winner. Did you know that this ancient civilization also gave us many inventions that we still use today? The ancient Egyptians weren't just masters of the afterlife, they were also innovators, inventors, and pioneers in fields like medicine, engineering, and even personal hygiene. The ancient Egyptians invented lots of things we still use today, such as paper, pens, locks, and keys, and, believe it or not, toothpaste. Before the Egyptians came up with the ingenious idea of making paper from papyrus reeds, people were stuck writing on things like clay tablets, animal skins, and even pieces of pottery. The Egyptians revolutionized the world of writing with their invention of papyrus paper. They developed pens made from reeds, with a split nib that could be dipped in ink, much like the fountain pens of today. They even invented a form of toothpaste, using ingredients like crushed eggshells, salt, and mint to clean their teeth and freshen their breath. So, the next time you use a pen and paper, brush your teeth, or even marvel at the engineering of a modern building, remember you have the ancient Egyptians to thank for their ingenuity and innovation. So there you have it, folks, a whirlwind tour through the fascinating world of ancient Egypt. From the towering pyramids to the intricate hieroglyphics, from the powerful pharaohs to the sacred cats, Ancient Egypt continues to captivate our imaginations and inspire awe and wonder. But this is just the beginning of our journey through history. There are countless other civilizations and cultures waiting to be explored, each with its own unique stories to tell and mysteries to unravel. So stay curious, keep exploring, and never stop asking questions about the world around you. And if you enjoyed this journey back in time, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more mind-blowing facts and explorations into the past.